Hey, I hope you're doing good. It's Chris here from 6-string Fingerpicking, and in this lesson we're learning how to play deep river blues. To begin with, let's have a look at the chords in their most basic form, because the whole song's one progression just repeated through, and this is the progression. So it's E7 and then A7 flat 9 or E diminished 7, back to the E7 and then down to A7 for a bar, E for 2 bars, B7 for 2 bars. Okay, that's the first half of it anyway. So that's like let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I've got those deep river blues. Okay, and then it's basically the same but very slightly different. E7, and then you got that E diminished 7 chord or A7 flat 9 back to E7, A7, and then 1 bar of E, 1 bar of B7, and 2 bars of E, E6. So first off, that's your E7 chord. So this grip that I'm holding down, on the first string I'm holding down the 7th fret, on the second string I'm holding down the 5th, on the third string I'm holding down the 7th, and on the fourth string I'm holding down the 6th. Okay, so you want to hold that down, and then the bass is alternating between the low E string and then the D string. And of course you want to mute the bass and dig in. If you want to use a thumb pick, it's probably better if you do use a thumb pick, but you don't have to, it's up to you. So on this chord, holding those frets down, those notes down, going to play the 2 E strings, so the first and the 6th string, then the 3rd string, then the 2nd and the 4th together, so you've gone, and then the 1st string, so, and then we play the 6th string, and then the 4th string, so you get, the thumb's always alternating, so, okay, and then we get this shape, E7, E diminished 7 or A7 flat 9, but you've got the E in the bass, so the bass is remaining exactly the same in the picking hand, but fret wise, on the first string I'm playing the 6th, on the second I'm playing the 5th, on the third I'm playing the 6th, and then the 5th fret on the 4th string. It's exactly the same in the picking hand. Okay, so you've gone like that, alright? And then we go back to this E7 and we get like that. So here, we're on the E7, hold that chord down and first off play the 2 E strings together. Then take your pinky, put it on the 8th fret of the B string and put a little bend on it. So you get, okay, and then you play the next bass note, which will be the D string, and then you play the B string. So slowly. It's hard, that pinky is not natural to do that movement. So you need some strength in your little finger there. But just keep on working on it if you're struggling. Play the 6th string, and then the 3rd string, which will be the 7th fret, and then the 4th string, 6th fret. So, okay, so far. Then we go down to an A7 chord, and I've got my 2nd and 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd and the 4th string. But you want to start on the 1st string, on the 1st fret, sorry, on the B string and 2nd string, because that's going to slide up. So, and then once I get to the 2nd fret, play the bass note. Okay, and then play the 3rd string, which will be the 2nd fret. Then you're going to play a D string or the 4th string with the 3rd fret on the high E string. So you've gone. back to the 3rd string, so, okay, and then lift off that pinky and play the 1st string and the 5th string together, and then 2nd on the 1st string, then the D string 2nd fret, and then open 1st string, so. That's the first 4 bars. That goes to an E chord. Okay, so you've played the open high E string, then hold down an E chord, and then we're going to play the low E string, followed by the 3rd string, followed by the 4th. Okay, and then you're going to play the 5th string with the 2nd string, whilst holding down just a regular E chord, and then play the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. So then the 4th string, and then open 1st. So, okay, then the low E string, followed by the 3rd string, followed by the 4th. Then take your little finger, put it on the G note, that's the 1st string, 3rd fret. Play that and put a little bend on it if you can. Again, you need some real pinky strength. Then play the B string, and then again play the D string, the 4th string with that 3rd fret, that G note on the 1st string. So like, okay, so the whole of the E down to B7. So we hold down a B7 chord, and then holding down B7, you go into just a regular open position B7 chord. Play the 1st string and the 5th string together. Okay, and then you're going to play the 4th string. This time the thumb's alternating like this. Okay, so it's going from the A string to the D string. Then you move your 2nd finger down to the 2nd fret on the E string, play that, and then up to the 4th string. So, holding down a B7, play that 1st string and the 5th string together, then the 4th, and then move, and then move the bass down to the 2nd on the low E string. Take your pinky, put that on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. I play the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th, 6th string together there. Okay, and then basically I just move my thumb to the D string, 4th string, and I play that with the 3rd and the 2nd string. So like, and if you could put a little bend on the B string, then that's good too. Okay, back to a regular B7, and then just on a regular B7, play the 2nd and the 5th together, followed by the 3rd, followed by the 4th, followed by the 2nd. And then move the bass so down to the low E string, 2nd fret, and then to the 4th string, 1st fret. So from the E, okay, so that's the first 8 bars. Let's go over that again. So then it goes back to E, same as before, and then the A chord or the E diminished, however you want to think about it. And then back to your E7, So that's exactly the same as the first 4 bars. So on the E7, that's exactly the same as the last E7, okay? So, but instead of staying on E7 for 1 more bar here, you want to go to B7. So, okay, so we go to a B7 immediately after playing the open high E string. You're going to play the A string, or the 5th string, then the 4th string. Then we move the bass down to the 6th string, 2nd fret, and stretch our pinky up to the 3rd fret on the high E string. Play those two together. So you've just gone. Then move that pinky back to the 2nd fret, play that, then the D string in the bass, and then open high E. So that's like, okay. So, okay, and then we just got the last 2 bars, which I really like, and this is over an E6. So if you don't know what an E6 is, it's an E chord, but then you put this C sharp note in on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, okay, using your pinky. So once you've got that held down, play the bass note, the low E string, and then lift off your 1st finger on the G, play that with the D string, the 4th string, which will of course be the 2nd fret, and quickly hammer the 1st fret. So, then we're going to play the high E string, so, then we're going to play the 5th, and then the 3rd, and then the 2nd and the 4th together, and then the open 1st. So that's like, and then the 6th, and then the 4 and the 1 together, then the 3rd, and then you're going to play the 5th string with the 2nd string. The 2nd string will be the 2nd fret, and then open high E, and then the bass will be on the D string. So bar 2, put the 2 bars together, okay, so second half of the whole thing. Okay, and that is how you play the main progression to Deep River Blues. That's the intro, and then, as I say, the rest of the song is the same progression, just repeated round and round, but there are some subtle variations. So I'm going to teach those over on the website. So if you want the full lesson, you can check that out down in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. But bear in mind, if you wanted to, you could just kind of repeat this progression over and over. And also, I've never seen anybody play it exactly the same way, or even Doc Watson play it the same way twice, you know, so there's plenty of scope and plenty of room for a bit of improvisation as well. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. And remember, if you want the full lesson, it is available at 6stringfingerpicking.com.